So just like I've seen in your video, you're admitting, say, police fuck up.
You see,
That's what it is now.
I told you that we are not collection of angels.
Yes, you said it.
As an institution,
You said it.
we always assess our strategy. But for now, we beg the Anambra and Nigerians to trust us again.
Yes.
Police is police everywhere. Whether Force Headquarters is looking at it, whether other senior superior officers are looking at, they are all monitoring what we are doing. Force Headquarters is getting brief on what we are doing on daily basis. Till maybe when they deem it fit that maybe the police, the Anambra State Police Command is doing otherwise, which I know that some of our operational assets that we are using to make sure that these criminals on the run are rearrested are being provided by them. If they need it fit, they will send more operatives to us.
Anyway, video game for I saw a video where you were being interviewed. You repeated this you just said now, that that you people agree that there are lapses operationally.
Yes.
And in your video, you said that the junior officers, that was what you said, have been queried.
No, the junior officers
have been detained. And the senior officers have been queried.
Queried, yes.
That was what you said in your video, have been queried. So you admitted that there was
operational lapses.
Then I saw a video of the CP, and the CP was briefing the press. He said that the way he sounded, he implied that was a strategy, that you guys allowed those two guys to actually drive so that you guys can lure the suspect in. So it means that this is something that was employed by the police as a strategy to capture this particular thing, this particular man. That was what the CP was implying, that the police, this was a strategy. So if it was a strategy, why are officers being queried and detained, knowing that this is something that the police is aware and they employ this as a strategy? Why are some people detained and being queried?
Just like what we have, there is legal order.
Okay.
And illegal order. Let's just say it the way it is. What CP, in the person of CP Ikoyi Orutugu, was saying that it was the strategy the police officers employed to arrest Mr. Kolisa. That doesn't make it legal. And that doesn't make it professional.
Okay.
You, without being a policeman, you have given me many options.
Yes.
Of how to arrest this guy. And I'm telling you that the options you gave me are the least of what we can do. So it is the part of unprofessionalism on the operatives that we are involved in that operation that made those suspects escape. So the context that CP is saying that is a strategy is not a general statement to apply it to police as an institution. He was saying it in the context of the unprofessionalism of those police officers that employ to allow those suspects to drive.
Okay. Since you guys were shooting at them while they were running, is it possible that they ran away injured with a gunshot wound?
We don't know that one yet, but if I can talk on it, I have to see the wound first. But what I was briefed is that when they drove off, there were actually there was an attempt to make sure that they were demobilized before they parked the vehicle and ran away. So I'm not I don't have any brief on whether the bullet hit them or not.
You know, SP, sometimes you guys have to actually be in our shoes.
Yes.
Just like sometimes we need to also be in you people's shoes. You know, how is it possible that unarmed two young boys, they are not professional athletes, they are not professional runners, they are not people that have gone to Olympic and came back? How do you want the public to believe and accept that people that are on their foot, you know, outran police officers that are trained though, that should be running better than them? And then, given that they are with guns too, that you can shoot and the person just for up, the person stops running. Then talk more of that, you can even shoot the person and demoralize them. How do you want the public to actually understand that they outran police officers that are with guns that can shoot them down?
Gbam. See, if we start applying emotions to this, we will keep on overflogging issues. When something wants to happen, it will happen. My style of policing is preventive policing. Me as a person, my style of policing is preventive policing, except it is destined to happen. But first of all, I must prevent it.
So they are destined to escape. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not. You are. I said, let's not be passionate about this, because
we are all angry about this.
Anambra State Police Command is more pained than what you are feeling now. Remember, the family, the community, the constituency he represents, we also need to explain to them. So why I say that my style of policing is preventive policing, except it's destined to happen, is saying that, in that context, is saying that those policemen shouldn't have gone with those suspects to the scene. There are so many other strategies to arrest that Mr. Akolisa. So it should have been prevented.
If you won't buy land with no umunna wahala or a touch of spiritual problem, I recommend Pine Leaf Estate and Properties Limited.
So in the issue of preventing it, you understand that destiny can be changed. Do you now understand what I said? So now, in the context of you saying that the policemen should have, they are trained, the suspects are not Olympic, they are not athletes that should have run. Remember, these are criminals. These are criminals. In as much as we are not making excuses for them running away, but we are also blaming our officers for that unprofessional act. So the context of here, trying to explain more, to give explanation on how it happened and how it not happened, we have done that. But please, trust us again. We are doing everything possible to make sure that these suspects are back.
For how long? Are we working with any time frame? Are you saying give us 7 days? Are you saying give us 2 weeks? Or is it indefinite?
It's not indefinite.
So?
Since that incident happened, the command has been coming up with updates on what we are doing.
This happened on February 8th, right?
Yes.
And today is 28th of February. That is 20 days
20
after.
days, yes.
And people are still saying that we should trust you again. It is 3 weeks.
yes. Why I'm saying this is because it happened on 8th. Part of what the command is investigating is also to know why the policemen that are involved in this operation did not let the management team know about this incident for 10 days.
Yes.
So we are still grilling that part to know whether there is conspiracy or not.
Do you think there is?
Investigation will unveil. So there are so many things that we are looking at. That is the part of we calling on members of the public to trust us. Remember, it is still Anambra State Police Command that came out and let the members of the public know that, the suspects that we have in our custody, in the course of going for an operation to arrest another to escape.
After more than a week, you did not come. It took days.
It took
more than
days.
10 days.
In as much as it took days, but we still said it. Then on the part of it took days, the operatives that are involved in that operation are currently in custody. Part of what we are doing is to know why they conceal that information.
SP, how do we know that the officers are in custody? We've had a case of police officers allegedly being declared, and then people will say that there are no more police officers, but they'll be transferred to somewhere else.
It's not true.
I'm asking you,
Okay.
how do we know that these police officers are in custody and they are being drilled and grilled, just like you're saying?
Okay.
Because you people can come out
Come
say
and say anything.
and say anything.
You see,
How do we know that they are in custody?
you are saying this on the space of distrust.
Yes.
Yes. But I am telling you to trust us again. And for policemen to go on the process of the level of what you are saying now, being dictated, made public, is a process. There is an internal disciplinary procedure
Okay.
ongoing
Okay.
concerning the men. Are you getting me?
Yes.
So when we get to that extent, we'll do that process. But for now, almost every day, I just don't want to say all our strategy, but we ask questions. We interview them one after the other to get facts and discrepancies of what they said previously and what they are currently saying now.
Okay.
So these are things that we are doing. And remember, the senior officers among them have been queried. And part of the query is to respond. Then on our own, we have taken their statements because we are treating them as suspects now.
Okay. If you say so, because trust is,
A double-edged sword.
yes, and is a process.
Yes.
Is a process.
It's end.
Yes, it's end.
It's end.
It's not
For us to get to this stage, part of what you have to know, and our followers to know this, is that we have nothing to hide. It's still us that came out and let the members of the public know. It is still us that is still giving members of the public and our followers to know that we are pained in this process. And part of what we are doing, and we know that it will also give us edge to make people to trust us again, just as we have been preaching, is to rearrest these suspects. And I'm telling you that we are doing everything possible, legally possible, to make sure that these suspects are in custody.
Thank you. Would you agree with me that because I'm asking the question because everybody is hot, everybody is feeling the heat, including the government, Anambra State government.
Own a land Secure your future. Invest with Pine Leaf Estate and Properties Limited for your peace of mind.